Hey, Kikan, how you doing? What's up? Is it still Friday? I can still say Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hey, come on in. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you share it out. If you feel like it, no pressure. But please at least hit the like button. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And why doesn't it have my... 1 second. Okay, let's see. 1 second. Oh, okay. I'm up here telling me, why doesn't it have my... Okay, here we go. I'm fine. Let's get into this, man. Girl, where should we start? Where should we start? I'm about to start decorating this cake, though. So we can talk about, basketball-wise at the same time while I'm decorating this cake. I got me some homemade lime green frosting. Well, it isn't really that lime, but it's going to replicate grass. Put it that way. It's a grass color. But, oh my God. Should we start with Tammy trying to rap? Or should we start with CC and OG? These ladies is a hot mess. A hotmess.com. A hotmess.com. I don't know. Like I said, most of us has been watching Basketball Wives since the very beginning. And they always seem to surprise me. Even though I thought I wouldn't be surprised. Like last episode, was it last episode? Or the episode before last, when Evelyn had tried to jump over the table like she's done so many times before, and when she had threw was it a drink, some liquor, some water, I don't know what it was, on Jen, I thought she was like renewed, like she was a little more mature now after all that meditating and going to... Did she go see a Iyanla? And all kind of other mess. Is that Jay Lathern? Hey, Jay Lathern, what's going on? I'm just up here working on a baby shower cake for a friend of mine. Just working on a baby shower cake. And we discussing... I'm just putting on the crumb coat. For y'all who didn't watch me before, or might have watched some cake decorating videos, or might actually do some cake decorating yourself. You know, the crumb coat is like the base coating. Kind of like the primer, if we speaking in painter terms. Kind of like the primer. Just a thin coat of icing. And then after I'm done coating this with a very thin coat of icing, I'm going to throw it in the freezer for about 20 minutes. And then go over it again. But yeah, I was like, you said, yeah, Evelyn hasn't changed. She hasn't changed one bit. One bit. Now, I'm glad that her and Jen, they didn't, came to a decision to, apologize for each other and try to put things in the past. Hopefully, it'll work out this time for them too. Because remember last time when they tried to put everything in the past, and then lo and behold, they find out that Jen said some slanderous stuff about Ev and her daughter, Shanice. So I'm hoping that they really did put everything out on the table now, because like you said, Ev, she ain't changed one bit. But as far as Cece, what do you think about Cece and what she said about OG? Do you think OG should be upset? I'm kind of like Kristen. Kristen's up there complaining about OG and Cece, about OG being messy. And it seemed like she was kind of a little jealous of OG and Cece's relationship. So it seemed like she did that intentionally, of course, to piss off OG about, telling her what Cece said. And then gonna go behind her back like she's trying to be allies with OG. Oh yeah, the reason why I really told you that is because I'm just so tired of Cece lying. That's the real reason why I told you that. I'm like, OG, come on now. I was hoping OG could see right through that, but I don't know. I don't know. You said Jen still being messy. Look at the CC and OG. Yeah, Jen was all in it. She couldn't wait to say something. And Kristen was like, I'm going to tell OG or show her the text message. She was like, I got receipts. And see, you know what? This is funny because Jen was the first one to open her mouth about it. She was quick to say, Kristen got the receipts because Jen ain't never had one receipt since she been on this show. If it was up to Jen, she'd still be scrolling through the phone, just like she was doing in Amsterdam, looking for some receipts. But she was quick to say, and Cece got the receipts. I was like, you messy. You just made up with your friend. After you done dragged her and her daughter through the mud. And now, it seems like she's so excited for somebody else to be beefing. She like, it ain't me this time. Jen like, it ain't me. But I was like, Jen, that's messed up. Really? Really, Jen? You said, however, Cece and OG were not friends at the time. And that's why I said, should OG be mad? Because her and Kristen were still friends at that time. Cece and Kristen were still friends at that time. And she can't be mad at that. She cannot be mad at that. And then Cece told her, that was then. We didn't really know each other. I apologize. I apologize. I didn't mean no harm by it. She should have told her, I think you're beautiful. That probably would have made OG feel better. And I don't think, they was like, oh, OG, she's so ugly, and da-da-da-da-da. I thought she had a horrible wardrobe last season. But I wouldn't go so far to say that I thought she was just ugly. Everybody is beautiful in their own way. Everybody. Everybody has some beauty somewhere. Okay, looks like I got this thin coat pretty wrapped up around the cake. But yeah, I don't think she should have been mad, and I think Jen should have kept her mouth shut. That's Kristen's tea to spill. That's not your tea to spill. But she couldn't wait. She could not wait to release that information. And what I think is going to happen is, I think OG and Cece are going to end up being good because of the fact that it happened, you know, before they were even friends. You said Audrey dressed like Tammy when Shawnee introduced. Yes! Like, she had a horrible wardrobe last year. A horrible. I don't know what the heck was going on with C. And you know what? It could be the fact that, you know, she's a football player and what they wear is like lingerie, you know, on the field. And so everything she wore was kind of like, I don't know. But Tammy, you know, I can't remember all the way that far back, but I do remember, like, you know, she was a hot mess too when it came to wardrobe. She was a hot mess. I'm just trying to even off this icing. This is, by the way, for the people who was in my live earlier when I was trying to get my new battery. That was a hot mess. But anyway, for the people who was in the live earlier, they had heard me say that this cake is going to be like a Winnie the Pooh theme. So the cake is green because it's replicates the color of grass. So I'm going to put this in the freezer after I smooth out this top. Put this in the freezer and let it sit in the freezer for about 15 to 20 minutes so this crumb coat can harden up. This is a big cake. It's 12 inches round. This is like the size of most wedding cakes. Most wedding cakes, not all wedding cakes, because some wedding cakes they want the bottom to be 14, 16, 18 or bigger, but this is a 12, so this is like the average size of the bottom of a wedding cake. Then it gets smaller. It usually goes like 12, 9, 6, you know, something like that, or 12, 10, 8, 6, you know, something like that. But so let me put this in the freezer so the crumb coat can harden up before I put on the next layer. Just putting it in my fridge right next to me. Wash my hands real quick. And while that is in the freezer, let me pull the screen up a little bit. You said, oh, I need to call Cece. You said, I love how Tammy called Cece. Yeah, because Cece was like, okay. I don't know what was worse, though. Cece not standing in her ish, or Phoebe not standing in her ish. Like, how Phoebe gonna sit there and tell a whole lie? She told everybody. I'm gonna start working on my. These are Rice Krispie treats. I'm sure y'all can tell. Rice Krispie treats. I'm going to start working on my. I lost my train of thought. Honey jar. Now, as I told y'all earlier in the live earlier, I ain't never did this before. So y'all pray for your girl. A little piece of the wrapper. I'm just going to make a outline of a honey jar. And then I'm going to paint it. Not paint it. Frost it. And then after I frost it, I'm going to layer it with fondant. So, but you said I couldn't take her. You said Phoebe. Hold on, let me go back. You said, but like always, she left. Yeah, she left. She was like, I'm out of here. Like, she couldn't even. I'm like, girl, really? Why can't you just say, like they were saying, why can't you just say, I said it? I mean, she eventually did, but it's like, why can't you just say? I mean, how many times have we met someone, and this is real talk, like a lot of people have been there. How many times have we met someone and we kind of might have been a little judgmental to begin with. Might have been a little judgmental to begin with. And we might have called them a name, or talked about their outfit, or talked about their hair, or their makeup, or, you know, the way they talk. You know, we human. So she could have just said, yeah, I said it. But again, she eventually said it, but then she ran off. Like, why is you always running off somewhere? Like, she can't never take the heat. So she needs to definitely stay out the kitchen. Because she can't stand in her ish ever. The whole thing with OG and her blurting out that her husband, that Kristen's husband, is not really Byron's son. I hate working with Rice Krispies because they so doggone sticky. So sticky. But it looks like a well. Like, you know, water well. You said Phoebe act like she was performing for a talent show at school. Ooh, you know what? I got a little hope for Phoebe. But Phoebe, first of all, I hate when people, you know, when they from a certain place, whether it's Miami, the Bronx, LA, Chicago, Atlanta. I mean, I just hate when people be like always throwing that around. I'm from here. But then when you into some kind of controversy, you backing down. Like, what's all that? I'm from here. We do things this way. We do things that way. Like, what's up with that? The backing down. You from the Bronx. I'm from New York. But she, again, when they was asking her, like, Jackie ain't gonna lie. Jackie is not gonna lie. Now, out of everybody in the group, I think the one who tells the most truth, is Jackie. I'm gonna have to pull out some more of my Rice Krispies. But the one who tells the most truth is probably Jackie. Like, really? Let's see how I'm gonna do this. So Jackie was not about to lie. She was like, well, from what I understood, you was insinuating that you made a song and you were implying that you were talking about what's that girl name? OG. Like, you were implying that you were referring to OG. And Jackie said it with such a straight face. I was like, I dare Phoebe to say she lying. But we gonna see next episode, because Jackie, she has been really, really chill for quite some time now. Jackie has been really, really chill. She's been like the peacemaker. She's been trying to get everybody like to make up and be friends, or at least be cordial, so that they could like go on trips together, you know, stuff like that. And you know, she done been doing a good job with her, you know, her remember how she used to get turned? Like Jackie used to get straight up turned. Like turned. And that was a problem that the ladies had with Jackie before. She would get turned, then she would start mess, and then she would start crying, and she was always acting like the victim. Do y'all remember that? I know I'm not the only one that remembers that. But oh, this is turning out pretty good. It's eventually going to be a honey jaw. A honey jaw. Eventually. I'm just making the outline of it right now. It's going to be a honey jar for this Winnie the Pooh cake. For y'all that just came in, if y'all wondering what the heck I'm doing, I'm using some Rice Krispie treats and I'm making a honey jar that is going to sit on top of this cake that I'm making. And I'm going to put some stuff in it to make it look like fake honey. I'm going to put some bumblebees, honeybees, honeybees all around it. And it's going to be really cute. So, again, and I already did the first layer of the cake. I already did the, stuff is so sticky. I already did the crumb coat of the cake. So the crumb coat of the cake is in the freezer right now, chilling. So it can stiffen up. You said her worst moment is when she wanted to fight Angel Briggs. Yes. Yes. But I think if Jackie was to really like if you were to really release Jackie on somebody, like really release Jackie on somebody, I think Jackie probably whoop all them. I'm serious. I am so serious. Because Jen, not Jen. Well, yeah, Jen, you know she can't fight. Jen can't fight. Jen ain't gonna do nothing. She gonna cuss you out, then she gonna walk away. She might throw a drink on you. And that's about it. That's about it. Filling these little spots. Now keep in mind, this is going to be covered with frosting. And then I'm going to cover it with fondant. We're going to see how this works. Okay. Fold the edges in a little bit. But what was he saying? I noticed that Shawnee and Jackie haven't bumped. Yeah, and I'm glad. It could be because Shawnee could have had a long conversation with she probably had a long conversation with Jackie a while ago. Because everybody a while back was really concerned with Jackie. Everybody a while back was really concerned with Jackie. Because of, her always getting turned and always, it seemed like every show. And I really felt some type of way about Jackie when she first, when she first appeared on the show, I felt some type of way about her. Oh, that's cute. Well, I can envision what it's going to be. So y'all might be looking at this like, what the heck is going on? But see, it's bigger at the bottom, and I'm making it smaller at the top. What it's going to look like is, because I'm not going to finish it all the way till tomorrow, because the jar, this is going to replicate a honey jar. And at the top, I'm going to put fondant on it. Then I'm going to roll some fondant. Then I'm going to wrap it around the top to look like the top of a jar. And then I'm going to pour some gold, this like golden creamy stuff is edible. And I'm going to have that in the top. So it's going to look like honey in a jar. And then I'm going to have some bees like around it and around the bottom. And y'all see, I'll put y'all know how I do. I always put the finished product on the thumbnail. I changed the thumbnail to the finished product when I do my live cake decorating. And then also on my Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice Facebook page, that's where you can see all my finished products as well. So, I think I got it curved the way I want it. I'm just making sure it's even. Make sure the height is even all the way around. Yeah, I think it's even all the way around. See how many more Rice Krispies? I got a few Rice Krispies left. But yeah, so you said her worst moment when she felt. Oh yeah, I noticed that Shani and Jackie have. Oh, I read that. Do you think Shani and Shaquille would? Oh my god, that was so cute. I didn't expect that. I was not ready. Shaquille, I was like, I see you, player. I see you, player. I see you. Shani was looking at him like, dude, are you for real? She was like, are you for real? But I don't know, because it's like, Shani, she hasn't really mentioned anybody that she's been seeing. And Shaq, I really don't follow him. So I don't know what he's doing in his personal life. I really have no idea what Shaq is doing in his personal life. But I don't know. The way Shani act, like, I don't know. Shani seems like, no, it's not going to happen. You know, that's how she acts. She could be fronting for the TV, for the television. She could be fronting. But to me, it looks like, I don't know. And it's like you can tell that there's still a lot of love there. Like when he told her, I'm so proud of you, boo-boo. I was like, what? Now, what man that you've been divorced from and separated from for years still calls you boo-boo? And it was like on national TV. Like national TV. Now, if he did have someone in his life, say a girlfriend, a significant other, whatever. Hey, what's up, Cliff Lee TV? What's going on? We just discussing basketball wise while I'm up here messing around with this with these Rice Krispie treats, making something to go on a cake. But I was like, that was so nice. Like he brought in roses. He brought in a bouquet of flowers for each one, you know, each one of the females, you know, his two daughters, and of course Shani. So he brought in, you know, roses for each one of them. And I thought that was so sweet. And it's like, I mean, it's not like, that ain't something that, guys probably don't do. Even though it's the ex, even though it's the ex, it's still like, I don't know. To me, it just means like so much respect. So much respect because their relationship, has been so publicized and they have been through a whole lot. And, we don't know everything that goes on behind closed door, but what we do know a lot of is that, like a lot of other basketball players, he was getting around. He was definitely getting around. So we do know. That much we do know. But I don't know. I think they would, I don't know. It's like, I think they would make a really good couple just because that both of them has grown so much. And he obviously, I mean, you can tell that he's grown a lot. You can tell that he's grown a lot. You said, Cliff was saying hi, Key. But yeah, you can tell he's grown a lot. You can tell that he still, has, I don't know if you would call it feelings, but he has love for her. Maybe not in love, but then again, he's up there talking about, he's interested in dating some lady with 5 kids, 3 boys and 2 girls. I just thought that was kind of cute. I thought it was kind of cute. I wasn't ready for that, though. I don't think she was ready for that either. But who knows? Who knows? I'm sure he would feel comfortable. I mean, he would feel better if somebody was there. Some man, especially after her house got almost burglarized twice. And again, she hasn't really spoken about, having any man in her life. She hasn't really spoken about having a man in her life. So it's like, I don't know if she's single or if she's dating. But when her house was being burglarized, she sure didn't say nothing about, I'm going to have my man do this or I'm going to have my... So, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. You said, I like Malaysia, but she's low-key. Hey, shit, Malaysia messy. Yes, Malaysia is messy boots, honey. Malaysia is messy boots. Like, I understand, I understand Malaysia. She's kind of like me, where when somebody in the family is having a disagreement or maybe not talking, regardless of who it is, cousins, brothers, aunts, uncles, regardless of who it is. Okay, I'm going to leave this here like this for now. For now. I wonder how, maybe I should put some chocolate over it. Maybe I should do that. I'm experimenting here, y'all. I'm experimenting. But yeah, it's like Malaysia. I understand she wants them to all get along. She wants Kristen to get along. She wants Kristen to get along with Cece and with Byron and with Tom. She wants everybody to get along. I understand that. But dang, don't nobody usually go that far to get people to get along in the family. Like, I might say, well, maybe you should talk to them, or maybe you should, maybe y'all should sit down, maybe y'all should go out to dinner, maybe let's all, kumbaya, let's have a get together, something like that. But Malaysia be going on and on and on and on. It's like, this is Malaysia's only storyline. Like, this season, her only storyline is to, like, what? Get Cece and Kristen to be cool again? What other storyline does Malaysia has this season? Where her man at? She ain't doing nothing. She ain't got no businesses on the side that she's spoken of. If she do, I don't remember her speaking about it. But she needs to do something. Because everybody seems to have a storyline except for Malaysia. Unless I'm missing something. You said Winnie the Pooh. Oh, I'm sorry, Cliff. I didn't see what. Thank you, Kikan, for answering that because I didn't see that comment. But yeah, it's gonna be a Winnie the Pooh cake, and this, once I'm done, is going to be a honey jar, and I'm going to like color it. I'm gonna color it, and then on the top, I'm gonna put like some fondant on it. And then I'm going to make a mold on the top and roll it over. You know how you take fondant and you roll it out. Then I'm going to circle the fondant around and I'm going to place it on top so it can look like the edge of a jar or something like that. And then I'm going to fill it up, not all the way, just a little bit. So with some stuff that's going to look like honey, and it's all edible. It's all edible. So they can do what they want with this thing. It's going to sit on top of the cake with a whole bunch of other designs around it. It's going to be grass. It's going to be honeybees. It's going to be... it's going to be other stuff. I'm going to put a big bow on it. A big blue bow because it's a boy. It's for a baby shower, so it's a boy. I'm going to put a big blue bow on it made out of fondant. So, yeah. So I think I done all I can to this. So I'm going to set this to the side. Then I'm going to pull the cake out the freezer. And I'm going to apply my second coat to the cake. So let me put this to the side. Then I got to wash my hands. Y'all know I got to wash my hands every time I switch from one thing to the other. Just like cooking food. You should wash your hands every time you're touching something different. So let me put this over here. Okie doke. Back to the cake. Hey. What you say, Cliff? I'm sorry, I'm just up here playing around. Oh, you said she wants to continue to hate Jen. You talking about Malaysia. You know what? Malaysia. Okay, so Jen lied on her. Last season, Jen lied. She tried to say that Malaysia was the one who started that rumor, even though Malaysia is the one that she wanted to carry the bones. But Malaysia was like, I'm good. Them your bones, you carry them. But that's all she did. She did so much more to Evelyn. So I don't understand why Jen can't let go of the beef. Like I said, why Malaysia can't let go of the beef. I don't know. What do you think? Because I don't understand. It's like, it's not that big of a beef for her to be like still trying to hold on and still trying to hold grudges. And then Malaysia tries to act like she's so perfect. And mind you, I do love Malaysia. I do love me some Malaysia. But she tries to act like she does no wrong, but she is messy boots. Like, serious. Oh, you said, thank you, Kikan. I try. Cliff, you said you look like you know what you're doing. Looks like it's going to be really delicious. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I actually got this cake to do. and some cupcakes, which I cooked earlier. They wanted cupcakes and they wanted a cake for the baby shower. And then I have a chocolate candy cake that I have to make as well, but that's for my friend's little girl. I had made her brother one last year, and she was like, "Mom, could you ask Miss Tanya, could she make me the same kind of cake?" That was actually the lady who I was with during the Omaha Day celebration when we were running because people start shooting. That video, that was the girl that I was with. So her daughter asked me to make her a cake. But yeah, that was crazy. If y'all didn't see that video, I think it was called Hanging Out with Friends. Yeah, I think it was called Hanging Out with Friends. I kind of cut it up into a short version called Live from the Shooting at Omaha Days. So you can check out that short version, or you can watch the longer version, which is footage of before the gunshots, before we took flight, to after the gunshots. Or you can just click on the Live from the Shooting video. But that was a mess. That was a mess. And my sons was like, "Mom, why you didn't leave after they started shooting?" I'm like, "We ran. I did do that." I'm like, "We ran." He was like, "Mom, y'all could have been hurt." I'm like, "It wasn't my time, son. It wasn't my time." I said I had to get that good old footage. But yeah, a few people did get shot that night. Actually, 3 to be exact. But I don't know what condition they are now. I need to check and find out so I can do an update. See if they got any witnesses or see if they got any suspects. So I can give y'all an update. But yeah, Malaysia, she needs to just leave that alone. You got other things that's more important, which is your family. So focus on that. And leave Jen alone. Because Jen ain't thinking about Malaysia. And I think that's maybe why it's bothering Malaysia so much. Because Jen isn't thinking about her. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. Let me know how y'all feel. But my thing is, okay, let's get back to Phoebe. You said what flavor of cake is that? Oh, it's French vanilla. And I got some green frosting because this is going to be like grass, like replicate grass. I'm going to actually put like strings of grass, frosting with my grass piping. I'm going to put some strings of grass like around the border and stuff. So y'all see me do that too. But yeah, I'm not going to finish the whole cake tonight because what I have to do when you're dealing with 2-tiered or 3-tiered or whatever tiered cakes, you assemble them at the event. So the honey pot and all the other stuff that I'm putting on the cake, I have to actually assemble it at the event where they having the baby shower. Because for one, with tiered cakes, you don't like to travel with them because you want to make sure, even though you have to put bamboo rods in them or whatever kind of rods you like to use, I prefer just the bamboo rods. They cheaper, they work awesome, they work great. So I prefer the bamboo rods, but word of advice, just never travel with a tiered cake already put together. Have the bottom cake in a package or a box or something, and have the top cake or every level of the cake individually boxed or packaged. Because if they come apart, while you driving or delivering or whatever, that's going to be a hot mess. So what I'm going to do is, at the event tomorrow, I'm going to take a picture of the finished work. From the event, and then I'll update the thumbnail. And also, again, for those who follow me on Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice on Facebook, after the event tomorrow, I'll post it over there, so you can also check it out over there. But yeah, as far as Phoebe, now Phoebe didn't have her cousin come down. She didn't have her she said it was her cousin and her sister come down, right, to see her performance. So I was just thinking, just thinking out loud, thinking to myself that since OG was sweating her over, I'm just throwing icing around, then I'm going to smooth it out. Since OG was sweating her about what she said in that rap song, like, did you make that rap song to me? I just want to know, because word on the street is you made that rap song for me, and you done told me several times that that song ain't for me. So I just want to know, like, is that song for me? Was it for me? Was it not for me? And thank you, Munch Bar. And she kept saying no. Now I'm thinking, okay, Phoebe, tell the truth, girl. Tell the truth, girl. Even if big old muscle back OG, she a football player. That girl can lay you out. Okay, she can lay you out. Even though old muscle back OG, play football, and you only weigh like 90 pounds soaking wet, you got your sus, you got your cousin, and you still lying? Like, really? I just couldn't get over that. I'm like, you got your back. You talking about I'm from the Bronx. And you got your people from the Bronx. So why is you lying? Why didn't you just stand up to OG and be like, yeah, I said it. Yo, cheap old fake vintage Louis V or whatever she had on that she was that Phoebe was talking about. That stuff was fake, and you was lying, and da 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 da. And yeah, I was talking about, I made a rap about women who wear fake clothes or women who be fronting. So why couldn't she just tell the truth? She had her peeps there. So I'm just saying, if OG would have got the best of her, they could have jumped her, I guess. And no, I don't condone fighting. I do not condone fighting. I condone self-defense. Mace, taser, stun gun, a brick like Debo. Craig hit that dude with a brick. I definitely believe in self-defense. But no, I don't condone fighting. But I just hate when people be acting all Billy bad, and then when they confronted and stuff, they ain't got nothing to say. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. What had happened was. But then, next episode, you see, Jackie, there was a incident. So I'm thinking it's gonna have something to do with Jackie didn't say she wasn't lying. Jackie was like, I ain't lying. So who y'all think gonna win this fight? You said that's real interesting. I mean, who y'all think gonna win this fight? I don't know. I'm trying to smooth this cake out. Yes. It's gonna be so pretty when I'm done. But and I'm surprised Tammy, you know, it seemed like ever since she got married, I mean not got married, but ever since she revealed that she was married, she been coming out a little bit more. You know, she been hanging out with the ladies. Hanging out a little bit more. So that's a good thing. I was surprised she was there for the event. Because the whole like first half of this season, she wasn't really trying to mess with the ladies. So again, you know, that's good. Now after I smooth this all the way out, I'm gonna put some little grass around it. Put some little grass around it with my where is that? I don't know if y'all can see how close, because I got the camera really far back. So let me see if I can show y'all kind of close up. And this is a tip 233. Tip 233. I don't know if you can see like the tiny holes. Can you see the tiny holes? But anyway, this is a tip that you want to use for like grass. When you want to make frosting look like grass. So that's the tip that I'm going to use. And I'm not going to put the grass everywhere. I'm just going to put the grass like around the border and around the top border. I'm going to put it on the cake too, like around the honey pot. But again, I'm not doing that until I set it up at the event. So, a lot of times when I go to events, to finish a cake, like, you know, just if it's a tiered cake, you know, to put it together or whatnot, I bring me some frosting. I put it in a little container, and I bring my bag with my tips or, you know, whatever I think I might need. And then I put it all together. So tomorrow at the event, I'll have the cake and I'll put the honey pot, you know, on the cake. And then I'll like put pipe frosting and shape to look like grass all around the honey pot. Then I'll put the bees and everything and, you know, other stuff that's going to go on there. So, yeah. But, what was I saying about Tammy? I still think Tammy done cooled down. She done cooled her heels a lot. She definitely has cooled her, especially like compared to Evelyn. I thought Evelyn, I don't know. Sometimes I think Evelyn just be doing stuff just to be doing stuff. Like, I really think sometimes she just be doing stuff just to be... Can y'all actually see the color of this cake? I don't think y'all can really see the color of this cake, but I'm going to hold it up to the screen when I get done. Because I want y'all to see the color of the cake. Okay, let me put the screen back on the chat. You said the honey cake. I can see it. Oh, you can see it? You can see the green? It looks kind of like, from my angle, it looks kind of greenish. from my angle, I'm looking at the computer screen. Yeah, it's like yep, it's a light color green. It's a light color green. Yep. Yep, it's a 12-inch round cake. It's thick. It's like 2 inch. It's 2 layers. It's 2 layers. Each layer is like 2 inches. So it's like the average size. Again, it's like the average size height of a wedding of each tier in a tiered cake or a wedding cake. So yeah, and put some more on the sides. I'm really like what do you call it? Anal? I guess you can say anal about my frosting on cakes. I like it to be totally like smooth and no like totally even. So I'll go around a cake, a few times till I get it exactly how I want it. But of course, if you're just making a cake at home, for your kids or, for your man or woman. I know guys who like to bake too. Make their babe a cake. And you don't, have that much experience. Do what I did. If you look up, you can Google or you can look at videos on YouTube and look up crumb coat. Even if you don't have that much experience with cakes, look up crumb coat and it'll tell you. Cake decorators, I don't think there's probably one cake decorator that does not use a crumb coat. It's like, can be a big mistake if you do not crumb coat your cake first. And that is basically what I did in the beginning. Put just a thin layer of frosting on the cake all around it. And then put it in the freezer for about a good 15 to 20 minutes. That usually works. About 15 to 20 minutes. And then after that, ice it again. And you can always put it back in the freezer again to have your second layer stiffen up. Because sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to put it back in the freezer again so your second layer stiffen up if you still see crumbs on your cake. I don't see any crumbs on my cake. I'm just trying to make sure it's all evened out. But if there was some crumbs on the cake, I would put another layer on it and I would put it back in the freezer and let it stiffen up, and then I would put another layer of frosting on it. You said, do you do cake tutorials often? I really wouldn't call what I do cake tutorials. I have a Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice Facebook page. That's just where I post all my pictures of my desserts. And then I also have a Tanya's Delights Slice by Slice YouTube channel. But it's kind of like this, except for on that channel, we just talk about whatever. Like over here, since I mainly do reviews, if I do a cake over here live, I'm usually reviewing something that I normally review. Or we might talk about what's going on in the YouTube streets, or what's going on, in the world, whatever, because that's what this channel is mainly for. But my Tanya's Delight Slice by Life YouTube channel over there, while I'm decorating cakes, we just talk about whatever. Just whatever subject comes up. Whether it's the weather or if it's basketball season and we talk about sports, or I don't really do like tutorials. Now, I always say, if you have a question, please feel free to ask. I always say that. But I don't do tutorials. I just decorate cakes and just do commentary really at the same time. But again, you know, people have asked me before, you know, how'd you do that or how'd you do that? So I'll answer and I'll tell you. But other than that, no, I don't really do tutorials. With what I got going on, as far as like, you know, my jobs and YouTube, trying to stay, you know, caught up with my YouTube videos and my shows and all that, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to also do tutorials because, like, a real tutorial would be like completing a whole entire cake, and you would like chop it up into bits and pieces. It wouldn't be like an hour or 2 long video. It would be like, you see the tutorials on YouTube where the video might be 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, and it's because they done some editing. They done cut stuff out, and they basically show you like bits and pieces of what they do, then the finished product. So I don't have time. I have never done editing before. I don't know how to do editing. I'm sure if I took the time to learn, I could do it, but that's a lot of work. Editing, and then starting totally from the beginning of, you know, a cake, like baking it and then making the frosting, and you know, it's a lot. And that's why they cut it up and they make the video, you know, they edit the videos and they make the video real neat and, you know, clean and whatnot. But yeah, so, and then also if I was to do tutorials, I would want to get I want to get me a camera. I'm getting me a camera. I just haven't done it yet. But I would get a camera and I would get a tripod. And I would get like some really bright lights. And you know, just the stuff that they, you know, normally do when they do those kind of videos. Oh, I done touched the side of the cake. I done put a fingerprint. Darn it. And I just had it so smooth. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, which y'all probably seen me do before, I'm going to get me a spatula and I'm going to heat it up. Somebody told me before on the last cake I did, or maybe it was the cake before last, like, I've never seen that done before. I'm like, honey, that's a tip. Don't forget it. But hold on, let me clean this spatula off. Okay, first I'm going to put the cake back in the freezer for about, probably about 15, 20 more minutes. while that is getting done, I'm going to work on some fondant. But let me go back to the chat. You say, yeah, I try to avoid some of the drama in YT because some people take the internet. Yes, like who you telling much? For real. Like for real. I just and a lot of times I try to stay out of it. I'm like, okay, that's between these people, that people, but sometimes you just have to do commentary on it, you know. And then sometimes when you do commentary on it, then people, you know, get upset because you're doing commentary on it. And I'm like, like sometimes you can't win for losing in these YouTube streets. But I really hate, you know, I like the thing that's going on with Tracy and Jay Wilson. I really hate that's going on. I really, really do. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't think they'll ever be friends again. You know, a lot of people say they weren't friends in the first place. They don't think they were really friends in the first place. Or they don't think, people are saying they don't think Jay really valued her friendship, I should say. But I really hate that happened. But, you know, it is what it is. We see a lot of people on here be cool as a fan. And then, like, next week, they railroading each other and dragging each other on YouTube. So it's like you don't know what to expect day to day on YouTube anymore. You really don't know what to expect. And a lot of people, you know, getting away from hey T-Love, make sure you guys click the like button on your way in, please and thank you. But a lot of people is getting away from their normal commentary due to the fact that they're always involved in some kind of beef or some kind of dispute or some kind of, you know, situation on YouTube. So a lot of people, you know, are getting away from that. And I'm hoping that people will get back to what they were first appreciated for. You know, in the beginning, you know, people don't start off beefing. They usually start off doing commentary on this or commentary on that, or, you know, doing funny videos or sketches or, you know, stuff like that. And then they get involved in the YouTube mess. And it's like, I don't know what live it was I was in the other day, but people were saying it's just getting so boring. They're like the same people, always into it, always going at each other. They said it's just getting so boring. So, I don't know. You said this is why I'm glad I'm not involved in a club on YouTube. I'm just saying, you know what? Me personally, I follow a lot of people. I'm subscribed to a lot of people. And some people I'm subscribed to because they subscribe to me. And it's all about support. Because, you know, we cannot grow on these YouTube streets if we're not supporting other people, because to get support, you got to be supportive. And then some people I might follow just because they're involved in a situation, and you be trying to find out what's going on, why they upset with that, and then you just start following, you know, try to find out what's going on, and then you be like, day in and day out, you just don't know what to expect. You just don't know. But for people to say that is really boring, you know, a lot of people feel like that. Then a lot of people is like, hey, it's YouTube drama. It's you know, it's content. It's content. And it is content. It might not be what some people would prefer to watch, but in the end, it is content. You know, a lot of people watch because we be wanting to know what's going on in these YouTube streets. And I done said before that it kind of helps to know what's going on in the YouTube streets. Now, you ain't got to watch all the beef videos or all the drama and all that and, you know, follow everybody who's dragging somebody, but it does kind of help because it kind of lets you know what type of people certain people are. you know, and what they're known for. You know what I mean? Like certain people in our sector is known for some really, really bad stuff. So it kind of helps because, you know, I remember one time somebody was in a live and they was like, well, I just don't understand why everybody don't like that person. And everybody in the chat, I mean, everybody in the club, nah, everybody in the chat was like, what you mean? You know, when did you just arrive on YouTube last night? Everybody's like, what you mean you don't know why? I mean, come on. See, a lot of people get on these YouTube streets and they don't know nothing from nothing. And that's why I say sometimes it helps when you know what's going on. And sometimes you have to go to certain person's channel to find out what's really going on. And then you have to use your own mind and to decipher, okay, is this somebody I want to be subscribed to? Is this somebody I want to be subscribed to? I mean, I'm just saying, those are my suggestions whenever people ask me about starting a YouTube channel. Like I had told you guys before, well, on a chat before, maybe not you guys in particular, but I had told a friend because she was like, when I be on these chats, when I be watching you on your reviews and stuff, all these people be coming in and they seem like they are YouTubers and stuff. She was like, should I follow them? I'm like, girl, yeah, I gave her a long list. I'm like, follow this person, follow that person. And even people who are like in beefs, like the ones that be cutting up, stirring up trouble all the time. I'm like, yep, and follow that one. They were like, well, why would you tell me to follow that one if you say they always? Because you need to know what's going on. If you're going to be in this sector, you need to know what's going on. Now, after you follow or subscribe to people to find out what these streets are like over here, you can always unsubscribe. You can always unsubscribe. That's why I tell people, use your own mind to decipher if you want to be subscribed to that, I want to be subscribed to them. Because people can't tell me, don't follow that person, don't follow that person. They might can say on their live, I unsubscribe from this person because of such and such, or I unsubscribe for this person because of such and such. Me personally, I'll be like, oh, okay. Okay. But I don't unsubscribe. Like, I've been on YouTube for only over a year, not that long. And I literally probably unsubscribed from less than 5 people, maybe 5 at the most, in over a year. So, you know what I mean? Like, I really like use my own, you know, my own mind, my own discretion, my own, you know, to determine if I want to unsubscribe from people. And it's just like usually like something just way just, you know what I mean. You said that's why I sit and watch. I keep my circle. Everyone has an opinion, but sometimes your opinion can be, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like sometimes when you do commentary on people who are beefing in the streets, then they like, why are you doing commentary on me? Why is my name in your chat? Why is my name in your title? But y'all do the same thing. Like you do the same thing. You put somebody's name in your title, and then you'll turn right around and tell somebody else, take my name out your title. Take my name. I'm telling you. I'll be like, okay, if this ain't a... I'm like, wow, you can make clicks and views off of somebody else's name on your title, but you don't want nobody to do it to you in return. See? Nope, that's not fair. That's not fair at all. What was I about to make? Oh. I'm about to... Should I start on this now? Yeah. I think I shall. But, yeah, so a lot of people, that's why some people, they just watch and they just, you know, they be discreet about how they feel about certain things. You said the most popular topic of today is colorism and race. You know, I saw that. Where did I see that title? Was it Olivia's? Was it Olivia's? I think it was Olivia the Oracle. She was doing a live earlier. I didn't get to check it out. I just like saw a little bit of it. But I did see Olivia Oracle because, you know, I had seen some I don't know where the racism, like I said, I didn't watch the video. So I don't know much. Ooh, much. Lord Jesus. Do Jesus, much. Do Jesus. Okay. Let me try to breathe. Let me try to breathe. Let me try to breathe. Everybody be just dragging that lady about her nose and her snot. I'm like, Lord, poor Libby. Poor Libby. Ooh. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. You said the truth hurt. She always snorting on the videos and everything. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, I forgot to take my mat out. I forgot to take my mat out. Dang, and now I got ink. I mean, not ink, but coloring. I forgot to take my mat out. It's okay. I'm gonna take it out now. There. But you said back in 2001 she got exposed. What? What? Hold up. Holla at me now. What's going on? Let me know. Let me know what's going on now. Let me know. You said somebody to follow her. You said back in 2011, someone found out about her tweets talking about white chocolate. What you mean white chocolate men? You said, I be trying to follow Lipstick Alley. I really do. But it's so much on there. I'll be just scrolling. I be hearing people be like, oh my gosh, y'all, go to Lipstick Alley. They talking about whatever. And then when I get on there, I be trying to find my way around. And it's just, I don't see how y'all figure out how to get around Lipstick Alley. I really don't, because I just be like, what the heck is going on? You said I don't do mess. I just stay to myself and chill. I heard that, T-Love. That's what I try to do. I try to do my reviews. And I try to, do commentary, TV shows, world news, local news. But I try to stay out of drama because it seems like once you get in drama, you can't get out of it. You know what I mean? It seems like, and then once you're known for drama, people just always associate stuff with drama, and they always bring up something that happened a long time ago, or you know, it's always brought back up. And then when people start bringing it up and talking stuff and popping off, then the drama starts all over again. So it's like, it seems like it doesn't end. I don't know. Okay, y'all, I'm making some brown fondant. I started with white. I used some brown, chocolate brown coloring. And it's about the color that I wanted, because these are going to be for little pieces of fences that are going to go around the Winnie the Pooh cake. Again, I'm going to put grass and stuff around the cake too. And I'm going to put some little fences around the cake. And they're going to be brown, of course, because it's going to look like wooden fences. But, and this is my fondant rolling pin. For y'all who don't know what a rolling pin is, this could be a weapon too, you know. This thing is heavy. Like, for real, for real. It's like for real heavy. You hit somebody in the head with this thing, they gonna be out. They are going to be out. But yeah, I'll just make some little fence sections to go around the cake. You said, what are we making tonight? Oh, I'm working on a Winnie the Pooh cake. I already did some cupcakes. The cupcakes, I'm just gonna frost them, just a cute frosting design. Pretty simple for the cupcakes, because they're gonna have honeybees on the cupcakes. And yeah, they're going to have honeybees on the cupcakes. So I'm just going to make, like, on the cupcakes, just a circle swirl design. And it's going to be like honeybees going along the sides of it. And then if you rewind the video later or whatnot, you'll see where I was making a honey pot out of Rice Krispie treats. The honey pot is going to sit on the cake. So yeah, just but yeah, right now I'm just making some fences. They are not going to be like all looking the same or nothing like that, because it's like going to replicate picket fences. Not like picket fences, but like, you know, fences that on older houses, the old wooden fences. It's gonna be like a fence here, a fence there. Nothing like, y'all see the finished work when I'm done. Again, the finished work will be posted tomorrow after I come from the event, because I'm doing all the different pieces to the cake here, and then I got to put it all together when I get to the baby shower event tomorrow. So let's see, I think the cake was 4 inches high. So, and this little mat that I'm using here, this is a fondant mat. It has inches. It's like a ruler on here, going this way, going that way. So it kind of helps when you're trying to figure out, you know, how long or wide or whatever you need to have your, you know, stuff. But again, they're going to be like different sizes. But yeah, you said Lipstick Alley. Alley is an example of 4chan, where the cyberbullying gossip on. I just can't get around. I tried my best to find stuff on Lipstick. I think one time I got lucky and I found some stuff on Lipstick Alley. And I was like, oh shoot, I don't even know how I ran across it. I really don't even know how. I was like, oh my God, I found it. I found what everybody was talking about on YouTube. But it be a lot going on. You know, it be a lot going on in these streets. And again, you know, we can't deny that it's not content. Some people might be like, that ain't content. What are y'all beefing and blah, blah, blah. That's not content. It still is content. You still get your clicks and views. And if you don't say too many curse words, and if you're not doxing people, and if you ain't doing stuff like that, then you still gonna get that video monetized. So, you know, it's still technically content. You said, why are you always making me hungry? My bad. My bad, T-Love. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. Tell me what to do. To be true to you. I'm just doing little pieces of fences. I'm gonna have like pieces here and crossing and slanted and, you know, on the cake, on the side of the cake. And then I'm gonna have grass going around the bottom of the cake. Y'all should hear my son in the other room. He's playing a video game. He's playing a video game. I told him, I said, one day I'm gonna record you. You hear him? He said, no, you're not. I said, one day I'm going to record you while you're playing a video game. Not the game per se, just his sounds. Because he be going like, man, what is that for? Man, no. I mean, just, you know, all the sounds. You know, if you're a gamer, you know what I'm talking about. I'm like, have you ever sat and really listened to somebody, the sounds that they make? And I was going to title the video Sounds of a Gamer. And he's like, no, Mom. He even thought about it for a second, though, one time when I asked him, like, the third time. He was like, Then he was like, I'm like... I mean, it's kind of cool, though. It's like, I be in my room, and I be hearing him, and sometimes I be laughing. Because he be going off on the other player. He be like, what are y'all doing? Run! No! Shoot him! I mean, I'll be like, oh my God. They be lit on them video games. But, yeah. But he said, no, Mom. I'm like, that'll be a cool video, though. Sounds of a Gamer. You said T-Love like diabetics. Ooh, does he have a PS4? Yep. They have a PlayStation 4. I feel sorry for someone that's on a diet. You know what? We actually got like a lot of different games from over the years. You know how way back in the day they had like the Super Nintendo and the handheld PS. What was it? PlayStation. You know, remember the handheld one? They had the Xbox One, the Xbox Two, the PlayStation 1, 2, 3. I mean, we got like all of them. We still got the Wii. Like, we had the Wii and paid over $300 for it when it first came out. Bought all these games. We played that Joker for about 2 weeks, and then they went back to the regular video games. Yeah, they got all them. And so sometimes when my nephews and my nieces come over, they'll be like, somebody on this game, somebody on that game. It's like games for everybody to play. So, and then people are like, well, why don't you get rid of them? Why don't you sell them? I'm like, why? They still work. I'm like, they still work. But yeah, as far as cakes, I never realized, like, before I start making them, how much people like cake. I never realized that. Never. Because in my family, growing up, my mother always made the cakes, the desserts, the pies, holidays, birthdays, whatever. But when I have got my own house and my own household, my own children, we get cake like on birthdays. And like, that's it. I've never been like a big cake person. I mean, now a pie, pies is where it's at for me. I like baking cakes. I like decorating cakes. I like being creative, freestyling on a cake. But I'm not a cake person, so you'll never see me make a cake just for home unless it's my children's birthdays or something, or if I'm taking it over somebody's house, you know, for a holiday or something. And people be like, that's weird. Like, you don't make cakes for no? And you can ask my kids. One of them is right in there. He'll tell you. And they've never been big cake people. So when I even make cakes for their birthdays, like if you go through my Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice on Facebook, I have like one of the cakes I made for my son one birthday was a 2-tier basketball rim cake. And it has the net and all that kind of stuff on there. And a picture of him, you know, from when he played basketball. A picture of him at the free throw line is on the cake. And then another one is like a 3-tier cake that I made for my oldest son's 21st birthday party. I make cakes for their birthdays, but that's it. And then they have all their friends come over and help them eat the cake because that cake was sick. And as delicious as it may be, we're not big sweet eaters. But I like to make sweets for other people to enjoy. So, but yeah, people are like, y'all don't eat cake like that? Nope. My sons will eat some chips before they eat a cake. And I like pie. Me personally, I like pie. I like apple pie. I like pecan pie. I like sweet potato pie. Lemon meringue pie. You know, I like different pies. That's what I like. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to make 2 more rows. Then that should be enough to go around the cake, because the cake is 12 inches around, and it's like I said, it's not going to be a fence connected around the cake. It's just going to be like, you know, 4 lines, then 4 lines here, 4 lines there, you know, grass here and there around the cake. Yeah, so does anybody got to get up and go to work in the morning? I did not plan on going anywhere tomorrow morning, but since I have to take my battery to the shop, well, I have to take the whole doggone car to the shop. I don't know if any of y'all was in the live earlier when I was yeah, this should be enough. When I was online earlier trying to take my car somewhere to get the battery changed out, and everybody kept turning me down because the battery The battery is underneath my computer board in my car. I'm putting on some vegetable oil on the fondant. It keeps it nice and moist. Because if you let the fondant sit too long, it'll get dry and it'll literally start cracking. So I'm just putting some vegetable oil on the fondant to keep it moist till I put it on the cake. And then of course on the other side of the fondant I have to put vegetable oil on it to stick to the cake. And then until I need the fondant to go on the cake, I cover it with either saran wrap. I think I got some saran wrap up there. Or I put it in like a freezer bag. That keeps it moist too. Because if you make anything in fondant and you make sure it's not dry and then put it in like a freezer bag, something like that, you can keep it for, weeks and weeks until you need to use it. Like this right here is something I would have done like maybe a week ago, but the lady who wanted me to do the cake, she didn't hit me up till Monday. This Monday. And then she was like, I want this cake and I want it to look like this and I want it to look like that. And I'm like, and you need it Saturday? So, yeah. But normally when I'm making cakes and I have to do fondant work to it, I normally do that a week early. And do all the fondant work and get that out the way and put it in freezer bags. It don't go in the freezer. It does not go in the freezer. You just put it in a freezer bag and seal it up. Make sure there's no air in it. You seal it up. You just lay it somewhere on a counter or lay it somewhere, where it's flat. And then when it's time for you to put it on the cake, the pieces that you've made, like if y'all go to my Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice Facebook page, you'll see I got a ton of fondant work on there from Hello Kitty, Ladybugs, The Lion King, so much fondant on there, Ninja Girls, just all kind of different decorations. And I start those because they're very time consuming. I start those and then I had a Lego. Yeah, did some Lego cupcakes, and I had to do a whole bunch of Lego pieces out of fondant, different colors, like 5 different colors. So you gotta dye them, you gotta do all this. So yeah, normally I do it like a week or so in advance, so it's already done. And then when I make the cupcakes or when I make the cake and frost it and whoop de whoop whoop whoop, then you just go to your fondant pieces and just put them on the cake. Yeah, the Lego one, go to my page. The Lego one is real cute. The little girl who I did it for, she was like, oh my God. But I think my favorite fondant design thus far was probably the Lion King one and the teacher one. Because my friend that I've been knowing for a long time, her coworker has I think she said that her coworker had a sister or something like that who was a teacher. And so she wanted me to make cupcakes for a teacher. And a lot of people don't tell me what design to do. They might say, I want this for my girlfriend, or I want this for my brother, I want this for such and such or such and such. And she said, well, this lady's a teacher and we just want to order her some cupcakes. When I gave her the cupcakes, she was like, oh my God, like these look like real crayons. I mean, like, I did all kind of fondant work on there. It was crayons on there, notebooks, what else? Rulers, it was alphabets, 1, 2, 3s, ABCs, all kind of stuff on them cupcakes. Made out of fondant and a whole bunch of colorful. Yeah, like yep. Go to my Tanya's Delight Slice Facebook page and you can see all my decorations. But yep. She was like, when I told you she was a teacher, I didn't know you was gonna do like this. So yeah, when people don't tell me exactly what they want, I just do whatever I want. And they always like it. I just freestyle. Yeah. It was like a school supplies cake, yeah. It had notebooks on there. It had notebook paper with A+s on the paper. Like, of course it's fondant, so it's edible, so they can eat it and everything. But yeah, that was probably my favorite one because it was for a teacher and that was a real personal, that was real personal. You know what I mean? So yeah. You said you're working on... Yeah, Lion King has gotten too popular. And a matter of fact, the Lion King one I did was probably... It was probably like a year or longer ago when I did that. Yeah, it was probably like a year and a half ago when I did the Lion King order. But yeah, of course with the movie coming back out now, it's going to be popular, really popular all over again. So let me, let's see. I'm going to put this to the side. And then I'm going to bring the cake out and I'm going to smooth the cake out. So with this, I'm just going to take the whole thing and move it over here. Okay, I got that covered up. I think the cake has been in here about 15-20 minutes. So I'm going to take that out. Yep, it's really dry now. And as I told y'all before, to help smooth the cake out, sometimes you can warm up your spatula really hot. With warm water. Now all this of course is going to be covered. All of this is going to be covered. I'm going to have grass on here and all kind of stuff on here. And then I'm going to post it for you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow. Oh, let me get my let me just show y'all real quick. Where is my little I'm gonna just start doing the grass so y'all can see what I'm talking about when I was trying to say I'm gonna have grass all over this bad boy. Again, we're using a 233 tip. Let's see what I do with my tip. Oh, hold on, I dropped it. Let me rinse it off. Okay, so we're using a 233 tip. Put it on the end of my piping bag. Screw, make sure it's straight. Screw the cap on the piping tip. Grab some of the green frosting. Put some in the bag. Okay. First I'm gonna go, I guess I go around the bottom. Yeah, I go around the bottom. This is not too time consuming. You just squeeze it, give it little spurts, and the stuff comes out looking like grass. Then I'll probably go around it a second time just to make sure it's really full, get any gaps. I'm gonna show you on the top over here. I don't know if you see that. I'm gonna lift the cake up 1 second so you can see. Let me pull the chat up. Make sure I see if y'all say anything. Oh, you said that is a complete rip-off. You said he has copied ideas from Osama with the animation idea animals as well because he didn't get the credit for the white. Hold on, let me go back so I can see what else you said. I'm just trying to scroll back up the chat. Okay, you said, I do know one thing. Walt Disney copied off of the late 60s animation called Kimba, the White Lion by Osamu. Really? I never heard of that. I never heard of that. Really? I'm going to have to look into that now. You said Japan, he never got a chance to see The Lion King because he died in 1989 at the age of 60. What? Japan was pissed off with Mr. Walt Disney because they didn't get the credit for the White Lion mask, Sky. Oh, wow. And everything else. He has copied ideas from Osama with the animation. Oh wow, Lunch Bar! I didn't know anything about that. Somebody just sent me a photo on Facebook. I didn't know nothing. See, I'm gonna have to check out whenever I hear interesting stuff and I've never heard of it, or just don't know of the situation. I look into it. Okay, I just want to show you guys a little bit of what I'm doing with the cake before I log off here. Because again, the finished product will be on the thumbnail tomorrow afternoon, and also on my Tanya's Delights Slice by Slice Facebook page. That's where you will also see the finished product. What time is it? It's 12:04. I'll probably be up to like 2 a.m. because that honey jar that I made out of Rice Krispie treats, I have to, excuse me, color that. Yeah, I have to color that. And then I have to make some frosting, some yellow frosting for the cupcakes that I did earlier. And tomorrow I'm gonna finish this stuff up, and then I also have to do a chocolate candy cake for somebody else. So it's gonna be a pretty busy day tomorrow. Alright, this cake is heavy. I just want to show you what the grass looks like. You said plus Osama also drew people on the Mammoth shooting Kimba, White Lion, and that's the only thing that's about it. Oh, you like the Krispy treats? I'm over here looking at that thing like, oh, that's just off the top of the head right there. I'm like, okay, they want a honey pot on here. Let me find the easiest way to do this little honey pot real quick, So, anywho, try to show y'all this without dropping it. See the cake. And I'm going to fill it some more. So you see the grass. I'm going to fill it some more. Make sure there's grass. Make sure it's full all the way around the top of the cake, all around the bottom of the cake with grass. Is that my other child? So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Fill the rest of this in. What you got? Some new shoes?
No, man.
Oh. But yeah, so there's a few gaps. Just want to make sure, it looks pretty full all the way around. And then again tomorrow I'm going to put the other stuff on the cake. But yeah, I'm definitely going to look into that Disney stuff, because again, I've never heard anything about that. But over the years, a lot of people have lost credit to things that they have done that somebody else, took the credit for. Whether it's a movie, a book, a beat, a song, it's not like it doesn't happen. Then people usually got to take them to court for it. Got some of the grass, so it's hanging off the side of the cake, so it can really look like grass, coming down the side of the cake. Yes, honey. But yeah, you said inventions that our people created can't. Yep. That's one thing I do know. A lot of people, a lot of black people invented a lot of things. Like the things that we know about might seem to be a lot to some people. Like, oh my God, we invented so much stuff. But I'm pretty sure that a lot of the stuff that black people invented never got credit for. Never got credit for. And heck, if this country would have never if they had never have outlawed slavery or made it illegal, people probably wouldn't even know to this day what black people are really responsible for. So yeah, this is coming out really nice. But you said everything actually came out of black from the start. From Africa. Zoom away, zoom away, zoom away. In the jungle, the mighty jungle. Africa. I'm almost done with this grass. Okay. Yep. Done with the grass. Okay, y'all. So that's it for now, y'all. You said it's just the ones who hate us for the most part and going around countries telling people negative lies about African Americans. Oh wow, yeah, the indoctrination of the school system. Yeah, it's crazy. Really crazy, really crazy. But this is the cake. This is going to be the before. Well, y'all saw the before, but this is the new before, and then the after. You guys will see tomorrow when I finish, because this cake literally is going to be like this until I get to the event. So I'm gonna box this all up, and then I'm gonna get started again on the Rice Krispie treats, making the honey pot, and have that done by the morning, because the cake doesn't have to be delivered till I think 1. Yeah, 1. So yeah, it'll be like after 1 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow when I actually post the finished work. So But anyway, you guys, thanks for tuning in tonight and watching my live review of Basketball Wives, which I'm also looking forward to the next episode next week. And also for watching me do a little cake decorating. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys give me a thumbs up. Share the video if you like. No pressure. But please at least thumb the video up because it helps us with analytics. It helps us content creators with our analytics. So thank you so very much. I appreciate you guys again. It is late. It's after midnight here. I don't know what time it is where y'all at, but thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I really, really appreciate it. And again, tomorrow I will post the finished product on the thumbnail and also on my Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice Facebook page. So with that being said, in the meantime and in between time, Prime Time Squad, stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Deuces.